the way, nearly broke that up.
They like to run that play for Rapella off timeouts where she fills behind the rejection screen.
This is Miles. Hits, 2 more, give her 5.
Well, Miles continues to be aggressive and looking for her offense. I mean, she can knock down some mid-range jump shots. That certainly helps West Virginia's case.
Dolson on the high-low play. Ferris long-range shot. Perfect from 3. First 3 of the night for Kelly Ferris, who on CBS Sports had a great game against Notre Dame. One of the biggest tests for UConn, other than the loss, of course, at Stanford. She had a career-high 20 in her home state.
And now she's got the toughest assignment on the floor. She's face guarding Rapella. Now she gets bumped off to Moore.
Well, Coach Oriama says Kelly Ferris is his best athlete this year. That says something with Maya Moore on the same team.
Sure does.
Wow.
She might make the all-ice bath team, Kelly Ferris.
Just over 2 to go, first half. Maya Moore lost it. Ali takes it back and runs the floor for 2. Don't worry about the stress fracture. Madina Ali, her second bucket.
West Virginia is doing a lot of things right here to allow them to have this 5-point lead. The tempo's where they need it. Their defense has been terrific. They forced Connecticut into some jump shots. They turned them over.
Dolson free from the elbow, and it slides in.
Stephanie Dolson has really been impressive, replacing the great Tina Charles. And Dolson is doing about 3 extra workouts every week. I said, I bet I can't name 10 players in women's college basketball right now putting in that extra time, extra cardio.
So much playing time required with a thin team. Little backdoor play. Rapella can't convert, but Ali's got the loose change and a fresh 30 for WVU. Just over a minute to go in our first half.
Well, Rapella lost her balance on that backdoor cut, but it was a great read.
Miles off a screen. Kick out, Ali. Hangs. Can't get the roll, but hustles. And earns a trip to the free throw line. Madina Ali, the co-captain, is playing like a leader for the Mountaineers tonight.
Great spring, quick reaction to the miss. Aggressive pursuit of the basketball. Miles gets deep penetration, the kick out. And Madina Ali, while Connecticut turns and looks for the rebound and watches, Madina Ali pursues the basketball.
Foul trouble becomes a story. Such a thin UConn team. Hayes has her 3rd.
We might see a little bit of zone out of Connecticut should that foul trouble mount up. It's not something that Gino Auriemma actually would prefer to play, but I think forced to play with the depth issue.
Natalie Burton, junior center at 6'5" from Perth, Australia, makes her first appearance for WVU here. Dunning gets a nice round of applause from the Coliseum crowd. 6 points for Ali, and the lead remains at 5 here for WVU. Offensive foul on Bria Hartley.
Ali, another play. It's the extra effort. It's everybody in sync. They're so connected on the defensive end right now. Great ball pressure by House. There you see the rotation by Ali. Wow, I don't know. Coming in at a different angle right there. A tough call.
First on Hartley, the star freshman guard of UConn. Shot clock, game clock differential. You can see it bottom right of your screen. 15 to shoot here for the Mountaineers. Travel call on Madina Ali.
Great help by Dolson. You know, that's not necessarily a call by Connecticut, but if you're on the baseline and you spin dribble or you turn your back to the basket, you come and trap. That's just something that Gino Auriemma teaches.
Final seconds, first half. Ferris. Hartley goes by her. Hayes lost the handle. Miles all over. 10 seconds left here for UConn in the first half. It's Moore. Free ball on the way. Buries a triple. Maya Moore. It's her first 3. And a long shot by Miles is off the mark. Still a great first half for the home team, up by 2 against UConn, a team that has beaten The Mountaineers 22 straight times. The only time WVU beat them was the first ever matchup back in 1982. Since then, perfect for UConn head-to-head with WVU. West Virginia head coach Mike Carey joins us live. Coach, how do you best describe it? Overplay by Hayes. Overplay by Hartley. Ali finds a loose change, and Hayes is fouled as she tries for the rebound. Tiffany does have 3 fouls herself.
West Virginia, number 21, Corinne Campbell, her first.
First on Corinne Campbell, the senior from Princeton, New Jersey, and the transfer from Minnesota out of the Big Ten.
Let's see if Bussey can make some noise here in the second half. 2 fouls, only played 6 minutes in the first half for West Virginia.
Had those 2 fouls earlier, right? That was a factor. Dolson got 3, low post, good defense. The Mountaineers collapse all around Stephanie Dolson, and she got too far into the hoop. Bussey must have heard Debbie. Running the floor well, but can't find the handle.
I'm not sure that Sarah Miles should deliver that ball to her on the move like that.
Hayes left all alone. It's not close. Way over the basket near ball. The fans will let her hear it. Tiffany's a sporadic shooter.
She is. I mean, she's streaky. Gino Auriemma would say some nights she can look like an All-American, and other nights she's just inconsistent.
Miles with a left, too strong this time. Pinballs around Ali on the baseline. Rappel the fake on Ferris. Short this time on the jumper try by Liz Rappel.
And Rappel has to continue to seek shots. She's got to find offense.
Maya Moore. Now missing Campbell, a rebound for the Mountaineers. Each team trying to find some offensive flow in the second half.
See, I like Sarah Miles getting the ball to Rapella early in transition to give her a chance to play with the ball in her hand. She's had to work so hard for everything on the offensive end.
That is the second foul on Maya Moore, battling off the ball. As intense as they come, we spoke with Maya today about where that competitiveness comes from. She said she grew up, a lot of cousins. They were much younger than she was. She was always sort of in charge. The coach, as she said, of her family. Timeout called by Sarah Miles and the Mountaineers.
Timeout, West Virginia.
She'll need that leadership, competitive drive against Mike Carey and the Mountaineers in the second half.
Lately, we've been looking for faucets in all these designer home magazines.
Look at that one.
Oh, wow.
Am I
that
right?
looks pricey.
So we went to Lowe's, and that's what we heard Sarah say.
Nobody beats our prices.
Music to my ears.
Well, that's why at Lowe's we sell more Kohler, Moen, and Delta than any national retailer. And of course, nobody beats our prices. Nobody.
I love that.
Kayla Peterson and Echo Gumbake plus Janae Gumbake. You know, you've got a real strong, front line and point guard, so she's doing a great job.
Stanford having a great year for Tara Vonderveer joining us on the phone from California. 48 straight Pac-10 wins, going for a record against Washington State. Coach, this week, people saw the UConn loss, the Stanford win in December. How did you do it? How did you end the streak?
Well, our team is playing very well. We have great players. Our team prepared for the game, and Connecticut obviously has a great program and great team, and with Maya Moore. But any team is beatable, and we did the things that we needed to do. We controlled the tempo. I thought we took care of the ball. We got back on defense, and we worked very hard, which I think West Virginia's doing a nice job tonight.
Shot there, Coach, and Debbie by Kelly Ferris, her second 3 and the first UConn lead since it's 2-0.
Coach, what are you enjoying most about your team this year besides, how well you play on the offensive end? I enjoy watching your team, and I've heard you say that you guys, you like beautiful offense is what I've heard you say before. What does that mean?
Well, I think that, we try to run in transition. We try to really set good screens for each other, play fundamental basketball, which is, Connecticut is a great example of that. They really pass the ball well. They share the ball really well, and we want to do that too. We are playing good defense, and we have a deep team, and we're getting a lot of contributions off the bench.
14 straight wins for Stanford after losing earlier in the year to Tennessee and DePaul. As you see the AP top 10, the Cardinal number 3 right behind UConn. So, Coach, as you break down this game, you're watching out in California. How do you best evaluate what you're seeing?
Well, I think, you're doing a great job and talking about the tempo, and Mike and his team are doing a really nice job controlling tempo. They're turning the ball over a little bit too much, but, Connecticut is just so explosive. You can't let them do the things they really like to do, and they're such a great passing team, and they have a lot of different weapons, and you have to really kind of pick your poison a little bit. But I'm impressed with how West Virginia is kind of playing to take away Connecticut's strengths, not necessarily doing what they always do, being very extended.
Coach, that was the 13th turnover a moment ago we saw for UConn, and that has been an issue, struggling in this game. Now, Tara, UConn averages 80 points a game. They've scored 32 here. It's going to be a miracle to get anywhere close. You must be impressed with the WVU defensive effort. How can the Mountaineers sustain that, though, through 2 halves?
Well, for one game, maybe teams can, and Connecticut is used to getting everyone's A game, and West Virginia is definitely doing that. And I think when you play, especially when you play against league opponents, they know you very well, and West Virginia knows Connecticut. And it's going to be, it's only going to help both teams because this is like a tournament game.
Coach, when you're looking at your team and you're evaluating them in practice today, where do you see the most potential growth for where your team can go?
We had a good day of practice today, Debbie, and I think a lot of it is our depth. Sarah Booth is playing really well for us. Jocelyn Tinkle, Michaela Roof, different people coming in so that we can be aggressive and don't have to worry about being in foul trouble. And coming off the weekend, Lindy LaRock had a great game. We got Tony Kilkennis back, so we can go 8, 9 people, and they're playing really well. They're playing very unselfishly.
Coach, as you prepare your team and move forward, I know you've got great vision about the big picture and where you think you can go with this year's team. As you're moving towards March and getting closer to postseason, as we're getting deeper into February, what are the things that you want to make sure that your team is crystal clear about what you expect?
Our team, we're on the same page, our coaches and players. We have great camaraderie. We've got great young players with great energy. My job is to keep our team fresh, and my job is to keep everyone healthy as best I can. We have tremendous leadership with our captains, with Neko Gumbake and Kayla Peterson and Jeanette Poland. And, they've been to the Final Four 3 times, and they know what it takes, and they're listening and I think doing everything we can ask them to do.
We're joined by Tara Vanderveer, head coach at Stanford, watching from California after team practice tonight. Here's Hayes hanging, and an offensive foul. And that is her 4th foul. Coach, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you very much. Great to have this game on television.
Tara Vanderveer started the win streak for UConn, had the win against them before it started, and ended the 90-game win streak as well.
Why would any fun-loving, red-blooded, all-American male give up watching football to upgrade his headlights? Because Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania are up to 50% brighter and let you see up to 40% farther.